Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Wednesday's Duckhook show. It's good to be here, and we have so much to talk about. Yes, two leagues: the Thursday league that happened at Benoni Lakes this past Thursday, and then Sunday two that happened at Parkview this past Sunday. And then we're going to have a look at some other things. We'll catch you up on the singles and the team match play, and then there's a case of the SA Top 100 golf courses was released during the week, and yes, we like to talk about it because it's always interesting to see the movement of the courses and why they moved. So we're going to have a discussion. We have the resident expert on golf courses and rankings on the show today, and that is Donnie Geldenhuys. Hello, Donnie. Good to be back.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, no, it's good to be back on the show. It's been a while.
Good. Sudesh, the latest champion, finally. Well, I wouldn't say finally. There's many people still hoping to win a trophy, but Sudesh has got one at Parkview. Parkview treated you well, Sudesh.
Absolutely, really enjoyed it, and finally got the win that I was looking forward to. So yeah, really chuffed about it.
PB nogal, a little 75. That must have been. Take us through your thoughts. Like, were you thinking, what's going on? What's happening? Just keep going, or?
Yeah, it was. I tried to play within myself in at Parkview, not try to stretch myself in on the course, play within myself, and it just fell into place. I must say my putting was really on fire.
Yeah.
The birdies that I made were not short. I mean, the birdies lengths were at least 3 to 5 meters each, and except for the eagle. The eagle was the shortest part of my for me. So
Wow.
it was amazing, and I just couldn't believe that I got into the stretch, and I just tried to keep it going on the course.
Just shows you, Fricky, when the putts fall, hey, it can change your game completely.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm glad for him. The previous Parkview game he had, I think he was the one that lost his cart in the river and all that kind of stuff. So no bad luck this time, eh, Suresh?
Don't go there, Fricky. Don't go there, Fricky.
Yeah, that was interesting, I must say. Before we get going, let me say hello to everybody that is watching us, and thank you for taking the time to be part of the Duckhook Show and sharing your experiences over the last week. We have Nico Kruger, doesn't miss a show, Non Duckies, Andre Vessels as well. Hello, Amal, Brian Owen, Evening Ducks, Mr. Bezaidnote, hello, Ducks. Ricky's watching. Gerard Snyman is watching. Hello, Aware Master Kint. It's just one Kint. What about the other Kints? Karen, how's it, Karen? Let me tell you, I'm going to stop there. I played golf with Karen at Killarney today. Didn't realize how cold it was going to be, but wow, the wind was howling and it was cold, and it was like, wow, if this is going to be what winter's like, and it's not even winter. But we played okay. Course is in great condition. Kim Schaefer is watching. Good evening, Ducks. Martin's watching. Yes, Martin, you have qualified for the Open, for sure. Mark is watching. Hello, Ducks. And then Brian says, hello, Paul. Jenny says, evening. Paul says, hi, Mr. Club Abuse. Brandon says, good evening. Brandon's having a good time at the moment. He's played 2 and finished in the top 3 twice. So well done. Keep it going. Shandon's with us. Karen, Parkview owned Sudesh after it stole his pushcart. Yes. So people don't forget, Sudesh. People don't forget. And then Vimpy. Nice to see that Vimpy is watching us. And Graham. Anyway, we got so much to go and talk about, but we got to get started somewhere. So this is where we're going to get started. The birdie count, Donnie. Let's just kick it off. This is what it's standing at. 91 birdies after 35 matches. Damn.
That's it. It's crazy. But I must say, it's like the last sort of 4 or 5 games, I think I've been averaging like 3 to 4 birdies around, which is just freaking awesome. So yeah, it's I'm riding the wave until it decides to leave me.
Sure. Yeah, that's amazing. We gave Donnie, if you don't know, the goal or the challenge of reaching 150 birdies this year. He's on 90 odd, and it's after 4 months. 5 months.
Oh,
so you should get there. Yeah, you should get. Sudesh, you're not on this list, are you?
No, I'm not actually. I haven't been counting. So, but
Well, after
happy.
Parkview, you added 6 because the eagle counts as 2 birdies. So you added 6 in one game.
Yeah.
Ah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. I wish I could do that. I'm sure many of us are happy to get 1, and this man got 6. For instance, look at where's Juffrouw? He's played 4, made 1. Look at Mad Mac. He's played 11, made 1. Come on, boys. Ricky's got 1. That's good going. So in total, 836 total birdies. The rounds are 797.5. Did somebody play 9 holes, or what's the story? Say again?
Bobby.
Right.
He had
Okay.
5.
Then, to remind you, you would have seen that after 2 rounds, the open qualifying has been sent out. So we've got 1 round left. Just to remind you, if you've kind of in the top 6 already, you should be in. So make a plan to play. Let's just remind everybody what we're up for. We've got entries into the Classic for the champion. This is the last occasion that you can get into the Classic for gratis. Second place, Cleveland Wedge. Third place, dozen Strixon Z Stars. Fourth place, 500 credits. Fifth place, 300 credits. We're looking forward to this, gents. Ibotsi, once again.
Yeah, Mazo, from my side, looking forward to it. It's my nemesis course, not playing always great there. So, but yeah, hopefully the form can come back. I've lost a lot of form in this last month or so, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Ibotse. So, yeah, looking good.
Donnie, you must be looking forward to it. I played with you and you won the Open.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I actually love playing Ibotsi. So obviously I missed Thursday last week, so I don't know if I'm actually in those lists to automatic qualify. So I'll need to play well next month in the 3 events. So yeah.
You are in Sunday 1 at the moment. I can tell you that much. Yeah. Sudesh, you are definitely in winning at Parkview, so you will be teeing it up at Ibotsi on the 29th of June. Excited?
Yeah, thanks, Maz, and I hope I can carry this form that I've now got from Parkview into June. Yeah, absolutely, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be fun. Ben, so we move on.
Sorry, can I quickly interrupt you on something? Okay. I'm just going through the comments here on my side, and I just want to put 2 quickly, out there. You can answer the second one, but old Gerard Snyman, his comment was the best for me now. It's like, if you do a count of how many birdies you've missed, he will lead the list. That is actually quite funny.
So in other words, he wants a par list. Is that what he's saying?
I think so.
Well, it depends if you've 3-putted or 4-putted. We've had a few of those as well.
Peter Zach says, how many birdies count for a hole-in-one? Right? And then Graham says, Eagles count as 2. Come now, Peter, get your head into the game. So what would a hole-in-one be? 3 birdies.
No, eagle.
It's eagle.
It's the same as eagle.
It's the same as the eagle.
Dude, I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago this weekend about this, and he was like, never, eagle can't be the same as the whole one. So I would personally say it would be 3, because you can't give it the same as eagle. Come on.
Okay, fine. Let's make it 3, because, I mean, what's the chance of anyone making another holy one? Touch wood.
Yeah, Peter Zach's got a pretty high chance, seeing that he likes to do it.
Yeah.
Peter, you can have 3. So you can send that updated list and then change it. Right. So that's the birdie list. Then I wanted to take you to, actually, let's just Juliet Horn says Ninth Mensa and Duckhook ladies. And this is very cool. How's that?
Ta-da! How awesome is that?
Because we've got so many ladies joining us. They've got their own logo. So thank you, Juliet, for running with us and getting us the logo and putting a WhatsApp group together. No, Fricky, you can't join that WhatsApp group. It's ladies only. But it's running. So if you're watching and you don't know what Duckhook is, please join the Ladies League. That link will be advertised. But I said to Juliet, I'm going to advertise this link, but you're going to have to vet it, because the amount of guys that's going to jump on there, you're going to just have to say block, remove, block.
Mazza, if we see in the next couple of months we get a new lady by the name of Frickalino, we just need to be worried.
Yes, Frickalino of an 8.
Ida en Gerda, watch hulle.
Yeah. Right, let's get straight into it, everybody. Let's go to Benoni Lake. So we're going backwards to last Thursday. Yes, it was the 5th edition, and these were the results. Kevin Ho, which I played with, and I must say, he did say that the last 2 people I played with won, and that is correct, because at Pebble Rock, I won in Louis Hutting's 4-ball, and then I played with Kevin in the next tournament, and he won. So it must be something to do with me. I'm going to take all the credit for it. But -5. At one stage, it was -8. So he did come back to the field, but he got a bit of a cramp, so he couldn't really swing properly. Well, that's what he says. So he made bogey, and didn't really stroke on the things. Kero O'Connell. Well done, Kero. That means you get into the open. Fat, another good round. He's on a bit of form. Brandon, as I mentioned earlier, good form going. Jamie, 2024 Thursday League champion, is making a run for the 2025 Thursday League standings. Josh Datnow, Wouter Bossenkool, Rudy Pretorius, Eddie Ivans, and Henning Pretorius finishes up the top 10. And just to jump to the end, Ian Holshausen. Ian, if you're watching, Ian, if you're watching, close your ears if you kids, get your shit together. That's all I'm going to say. This was Kevin's scorecard. As you can see, we started on 10th. What a great night for a 14 handicapper, shooting a 38. I couldn't believe it. So he birdies the first hole, which is the par 5, the 10th, and then he goes 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. Then he hits the par. Then he doesn't stroke on the par 3, makes a 4. But then he goes par, get another 3, and then finishes. Then he messes the next par 3 up, and then he goes par. Right, so 23 points in the front, and he was running away with it. And then he just kept his form going to get to 8 under by the 6th hole, and then the cramp set in. So a bit of a Kotzkommando. I don't know if anybody... I know you didn't win, but it is a bit of a Kotzkommando, if you ask me. So well done.
Yeah.
Fricky, these were the pins.
Yeah, so we have the par 4 second, closes in 2. That is a golf concepts run for Fatsy Carlitz. Par 3 5th, 6th run, Dowell, I suppose, or maybe the cap, Jamie Sherry, and then par 3 16th, the Duckhook, Ballykeys, George Datnow. We need a picture of you, Jossie.
Oh, Josh. I see him all the time. I never seem to get this picture out of him. I keep forgetting because we'll end up having this full-on conversation, and then so what Josh has offered the Duckhook boys, let me tell you this while we're at it, is that he's a physio, right? And they've got 2 branches. So he wants to be the Duckhook physio. So he's going to give away some vouchers. So if you need a physio session and you win it close to the pin, you can go to him. Or if you need to go to a physio, they'll give you a discount to go to Josh. And that is a good thing. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Let's
Thank
support
you,
them.
Jossie.
Let's support him as the in-house Duckhook physio, and then he can look after us properly. Because some of us are not getting any younger, Donnie.
Unfortunately, my dad always used to say, the older you get, age is not your friend.
You'd be right. Sudesh, you need a bit of a physio after that. Well, actually not, because you didn't play much golf at Parkview, so you don't need a physio.
But keeping the fitness up is always a priority to make sure that you play your best, Maz. So, yeah, always try to keep that going all the time.
Especially if you're walking, because many people get to hole
Especially if you're
16
walking.
and then they sut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go through the rest of this. There were 2 4-balls that finished on 91 points, minus 19. This was the first of them, Rudy Pretorius, Michael van Riel, Eddie Ivans and Jason Ivans. Look at that, a whole bunch of 6 points. Even an 8-pointer on the 15th.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez.
Yeah, crazy.
Must be a couple of double strokers making birdies or something. And then the second 4-ball who scored 91 was Henry Sim, Brandon Fenter, Riyad Isaacs, and Josh Datnow also. They didn't get an 8-pointer, but they got 2 7s and very steady. So that's not bad. So well done to those gentlemen. Let's go straight to the best of the par 3s, where Carl van Meulen and Rudolph took top honors on -2, 10 points each. Very nice. Eddie Ivans right there, almost at the age of 80. So come on, boys, keep up, keep up. Kero -1, Neville -1, Vickers Lee -1, Voter -1. Where's Ian? No, it's not here. Sorry. Where's Donnie? Where's
Struggling.
Donnie? I don't see Donnie either.
I didn't play.
Yeah, at least you have an excuse. Best of the par fours is our host of gentlemen. Brendan Fenter -4, Fats -4, Jamie -4, Kevin -4. So you can see Kevin made quite a bit of damage. Look at that end there. 11, 12, 14, 17, 18, guys. 3,
Sure.
3, 3, 3, 3.
Yeah, that's crazy good, eh?
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Very good.
Well done, Keith. But that was his starting point.
Yeah, that was his starting 9, man. He couldn't miss. I'm telling you. I just sat there and I keep giving crap about it. I'm like, dude, what did I say to who did we play with? Neville. I said, Neville, have you seen Kevin? Because I swear I'm playing with Scotty Scheffler here. Because the man can't miss. And then once I said that, Kevin came back. This is the par fives. Kevin, look at that. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points on the par fives.
You did, man.
Yeah, there I am. I actually had to double take it because I was like, really? Did I play it that well? But I must have. I'll take it. Rudy Pretorius -2. Anybody else? Kieran -1. Luki -1. Yeah, there we go. So that was that. So we have a look at the hole ranks quickly just to see what was the hardest hole. Well, the hardest hole was the 8th, which is the stroke one, correct? Yes.
No, that's stroke 18 according to this.
Can't be, man. Oh, sorry, I'm on the other side. Sorry, I'm on the other side. Sorry, the phone's ringing. I'm on the other side. The 18th was the hardest on that side, which is also interesting. And then the 8th on the other side. That's interesting because the 8th is not a difficult hole. If you remember Boney Lakes. It's quite short. Interesting. The 7th was the easiest hole, which I find that is harder than the 8th hole. But anyway.
Yeah.
And then the 17th was the second easiest hole. So not 17th, ranked 17th, which is the 14th, which I'm not sure where that is now. It's the par something, because they all say par 2, so that's not confused me, because I can't like pinpoint the holes. But interesting. The second hardest hole was the 3rd, which is the 5th, which is a par 3. That I know. Anyway, there we have it. Yeah, that graphic didn't help much. Didn't help much. So, do you want to know who's leading the Thursday League? Any guesses? Have you seen?
Grant still? Grant?
Come on, Flicky. You should know this stuff.
Just put it out there, man, you know. Show us. Yeah, really. So close.
The usual suspect.
Jamie Sherry. Like I said, the 2024 champion is now leading. Nothing special, but consistent. 143. He did finish in the top 5. I think he shot -1. Grant Nell has dropped his spot, but he's only 1 point behind. Jason Ivans is on 141. Kevin Ho, with his victory, has jumped into 4th place and not too far behind, only 4 points. Rudy Pretorius is right there, having a good time of it. Henning, Paul Wallenkamp, Luke Janssen, Nico Roots, and myself make up the top 10 as it stands. Very good. So that's Thursday. Where do we go next?
Awesome, man.
What's that?
That top 4 is awesome, man. That's a strong 4 ball.
For sure. Very strong. Very strong. So we'll see where that takes us. I think we're like kind of halfway now because May, and then we got 6 left. So a lot can change, but it's also nice to hold the lead. So all I'm going to say is, come on, Thursday League boys. We don't really want Jamie to win again, do we? Yes, but we would like to see somebody else. Yes, I'm not being nasty, but yes.
But we don't want to see Grant win, though, eh?
No, well, this is his goal. He wants to win the Thursday League, so he's at it. Peter Zach says, I agree, Maz. Yes, 3. You can have 3 birdies, so update that. Gerard says, Frida Barnard, if you're joining the Ladies League.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ruben says, did Fast 3 putt that closest to the pin? It could have been.
Most probably.
And then Petro Gerber, hi, all ducks. Martin says, I need a physio badly after carrying my partner at Parkview. That's very good. I like it. I'll put you in touch, Martin. I'll put you in touch. Jaco Jacobs, where's Josh's branches? Lindrow Park was one of them, but I can't remember the second one. So I'm going to get the information from everybody, put a little ditty together and put it on the info group or the networking group or both, so that I can let you know where to go get rubbed by Josh.
Okay, let's cancel that one.
Brian says, you can't go to Josh. He needs 18 people just to massage your calves. He's not wrong, because Jaco Jacobs has got the biggest calves ever. Proper calves. Like, if you want to be jealous about calves, Jaco Jacobs. He would fit, Jaco, your calf is big enough to fit a proper Duckhook.
2 of them. A ladies
Proper.
and a duck.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. You got space for 3D, landscape, all that stuff on one calf. Sudesh, it's time for Parkview. So here we go. Sudesh, I'm going to go through the top 10, and then I'm going to show you a scorecard, and then you can enlighten us even more if you want to paint a picture on certain things. Sudesh finishing -7, 43 points. Gerald Besaidnout, -2. Nice. Brennan Fenter with his second good finish, -2. So he's racking up the ranking points. Grant Null, another good finish. And don't forget that he won Parkview in April on the Thursday League. And that was -2. So he likes that course. Henry Vermeulen, well done. -1. That probably gets him into the major. It should. Martin, -1. Also in good form. Sorrel. Now, there's been a change since, Frickies, with Sorrel.
Yeah, correct, yes. So during the prize giving, it was announced as +2. So, yeah, we'll just have to fix that part, yeah.
No, well, it's fixed. I looked at the rankings, and he is tied 9th now. But when I did these graphics, and I was looking at score capture, I was copying and pasting, and he was -4. So I don't know where the discrepancy came in. So anyway, Sudesh, here's your scorecard. What side did you start on? Let's start with that.
I started on the first.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also, Dana and I, we're also involved in our team match play against the Hammonds. So I think, it was an added incentive to do well. And I guess, and always, having a good start always helps. So you'd see that, birdie start, created some sort of momentum in my game for the day.
Yeah.
And helped me. I did go through a bit of a rough patch for I think after the first 5 holes. I think 6 to the 8th. I think I was like I was 8 over. Next 6, sorry, I was 8 over, and then I brought my game back from the last 7 holes where I played gross 4 under. So yeah, I guess like I said, the team match play helped. Dana was playing well as well, so it helped me. And I was getting lots of encouragement, from even Hansi and Jacomin.
Mm.
And during the game, I had a bit of a cough, so I was getting medical advice from Jacomin as well in terms of how to treat my cough. But I tried to keep my wits about me and just concentrate and play my game. And finally got to do it at the end.
It obviously worked. You saw everybody that like fist pump was his eagle, and this is to win the tournament. I'm sure you knew you'd won it, right, when you sunk this.
Yeah, actually, I knew I won it before I played the 17th, the second last hole, actually, the 8th hole. When Hansi told me, it's actually in your bag already. But, you never know what happens. And I just tried to play the best I can the last 2 holes as well.
So that's 2 tournaments now, because Kevin had won he didn't even need to play the 9th hole. and you had one, and you didn't even need to play the last 2 holes. That doesn't happen too often, gentlemen. Just think about that. It really doesn't. Yeah, excellent. I really hope your form does continue. Well done, Sudesh. Here the pins.
Cross fingers.
Fingers crossed, yeah. Here the pins.
Yeah, we've got the par 3 third, the Duckhook voucher, or the Balletjies, Arie Ferreira. I actually saw that shot. I thought it was in, but yeah, just out. Par 3 fifth, Srikson. Anyone got the towel? And then Jacobs, he's got the Obscura voucher. He said, sorry, he said he will take some pictures when he goes there. And then closes the pin. He closes into the golf contest voucher. We made a mistake at the prize giving it to, telling OBS that he got it. And Jaco came to me and says, look at his name. So I actually mistaken his name for the writing at the bottom. So Jaco, you got it. Sorry, ne? But yeah, just I'll email you.
Yes, Jaco, not Jaco, Jacobus. Go see Donnie. Or take your daughter to Donnie. Or do something. Enjoy it.
But
worth the experience.
Voordat hy na jou toe kom en hy sê hand net regmaak, hoor. Hy's nog gebreek.
I want you to add that Jaco's closest to the pin was almost in the hole. Can you imagine the stories around Duckhook golfers making 3 hole-in-ones in 3 events? That would have been mad. But I'm going to show you. Here he is, walking up after the 5th. No, not the 5th, the 15th. And this is where his ball finished. Oh, careless, Mr. Jacobs. Careless.
Look at that calves, eh? Don't look at the ball and the placing. Look at that calves, eh?
Gary says, why are we talking about calves? This is a PG show here. What's happening? Gerard Snammer says, Sudesh, Jacomine didn't mention your cough. She actually said, okay, I can't read the rest. But if you're watching, look at the comments at the bottom. Divas mooi shot van Edwin. Okay. That's what Nico Kruger says. All right, let's go to the 4-ball alliance at Parkview. So that's you had won it. We don't know what happened, so you fill us in. Your team, 90 points.
Yeah. I think Dana and I got a good start. We went up, I think 2 up quite early, and we never lost our lead. I think at one hole, I made a birdie, and Jacomine made a par to square the hole, and we brought it back to, I think, from 3 up to 2 up. But we persisted. When we came to the 2 consecutive par 5s, and Dan and I said, let's go for it. If we actually win the match play 6 and 4, we'll get the bonus point. So we made on the first par 5, both of us made the par to win the hole. And then on the next hole, Dana made a par and I made the eagle to win the hole, to take the match play 6 and 4. So, I think if you, I guess, dovetail and, work together as a team and just push for that, what you want to, it worked out. But yeah, I think, everything, I think all the stars were aligned, I would say, for us to achieve and for me to achieve what we did that day.
Fantastic. Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's the par 3s. I mean, let's guess who tops it with Willem? You. Right? So only 3 par 3s, but you made 3 pointers on each of them. So you must have had a good par 3 day.
Yeah, first 2 par 3s birdies. One off the green, one about 4 or 5 meters from the pin in the hole. And the last one was I think it was the 16th. Pulled the shot a bit left, but on the green, and managed to get it about less than a meter from the hole to get the par. So yeah, I think par 3s has been my friend throughout Duckhook, and I enjoy playing par 3s.
Well, at least you do. Frikkie, you're not on that list. You don't enjoy par 3s.
I don't feature anywhere, and I hate par 3s because I normally lay up on the par 3s.
Sorry for you.
That's right.
Frikkie, you're a big boy now. Frikkie, you're a big boy now. Come now.
Need new clubs.
This is the par 4s. Donnie, you take us through this.
Yeah, we can see Brandon Fent on -3, Gerard de Bruto on -2. Good to see him playing with a 5 getting 2 dip on par 4s. Grant also playing off a 7 -2. And then Martin Tato for 10, also shooting -2. And to put it into perspective, Grant and Martin had 2 0-pointers there.
Yeah.
To -2. Same for Peter Zakaria. He had a blackout on the 18th. So that could have been like -3s or maybe potentially -4s. So Sudesh, you also had a blackout there on the 6-hole as well. So yeah, it's good scoring on the par 4s, guys. I think that's really good.
Very good, very good. What about the par 5s? There's only 3 of them. Mr. Bazadnote, -3. 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Brian Owen is up there, -2, with Sudesh. So Sudesh, you're featured in a lot of these. Henry Vermeulen's up there with Clint and Josh on -1. And then we go down to the evens and the +1s. I must say, going through the scorecards, there was a couple of boys who made eagle. So if you're watching the show and you made an eagle, besides Sudesh, let us know. Because I must have seen 4 eagles on the par 5s, which is fantastic. Yeah, I'm telling you. Gerard says, Sudesh's swing looks like Scheffler's swing with the back foot moving. No wonder he won. No wonder he won.
I had the Scotty's inspiration on Sunday, Maz.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice.
I did.
It worked for you, eh? Well done.
Nico Kruger says, Frankie played a lot of golf on Sunday. And so had a few massive drives.
Yes.
No. Nothing to say, Frankie? Nothing.
I said the 91 shots already. So yeah, no, I played a lot of golf, eh?
Hole ranks. Hardest hole is the first hole, which is the par 5, which is interesting. Again, the second hardest hole is the 11th, and then the 12 and 13. So that little stretch there is not easy. 11, 12, 13. The easiest hole was
number 10.
Number 10. Why would that be easy? It must be double stroking, because that's almost 2, which is very good for a big field to almost be par. Right. So what I thought I'd do after a bit of inspiration, after the PGA Champs, keep hearing, what was it, Green Mile or something like that? Their little Amen Corner.
Oh, yeah, yes.
They kept talking about it. Anyway, I thought we'll put our own Amen Corner, Duck Corner, let's call it the Duck Corner, from Parkview, and take the 3 holes that were the hardest, closest to each other. And this is, you saw it, it was 11, 12, 13. Right, so this at Parkview is the Duckhook Corner. 1.34, 1.35, 1.35. So now you know for next time. Now you know for next time that Parkview's Duckhook Corner is the 11th, 12th, 4th, 13th.
Maz, the crazy thing if you think about it, like that par 5, the 13th, it's actually not that long. And there's actually not a lot of obstacles in there. It's like you've just got the bunk on the left. Yes, the sloot is a little bit in play, but generally it's like if you play it safe, if I say safe, you hit a good drive just short of the bunk or somewhere there, you hit a 6 or 7 iron down the fairway, you've got like a 6 or 7 iron or maybe like a short iron into the green. So it's not actually that difficult of a hole.
But if you talk it from a perspective of Oaks who I wouldn't say like to fade the ball, but just cannot not fade the ball. If you don't get that right, that's going into the water. If you
no, true.
Yeah, that was me.
Did you go? Yeah.
Oh yes. So go back to that image quickly. I want to show you guys quickly. So on the 14th, can you show that graphic? So on the 14th, you see that sloot there at number 2. I topped my ball in there, and hole number 13th, there at the 200. No, probably not 290. There, where the water is on the right, that is where my ball went in. So, yeah, it was fun, eh? Lovely.
Where did you aim? Where did you aim on that drive on the par 5?
I aimed for the fairway, but the wind or something there was something there, eh? It wasn't me.
If you know you've got a cut, then you aim left edge, left of the bunker to get it back to the fairway. You don't go fairway, then there goes the ball right. Bye-bye.
Ja, Carlos slaan daarso regs dan Dit is, jy weet, dis maar golf, jy weet. Dis fun.
Yeah.
After that,
The
Jägermeisters
12th
loop.
hole, yeah. The 12th hole is not that a difficult hole, but the pin placing was ridiculous on Sunday. Being right
Yeah.
on the left edge in a bit of a bowl as well.
Yeah.
I think that what made the hole difficult. But if you look at it entirely, it's not a difficult hole. You actually can play like an iron off the tee and like a short wedge onto the green.
Mm-hmm.
Ja, says you that played
and-
-7 now, né?
Say again?
Says you that played -7 now, eh? Try a guy playing +11.
Yeah, and that's the hole I actually chipped in for a birdie.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Now he's chipping in, Fricky. You hear this? Now he's chipping in.
Ja, no, I was thinking,
Bloody hell. You and Kevin need to play in the same four ball. That's all I'm saying. I
Yeah.
just want to go back to the comments here. Mr. Poseidon says he made an eagle on the first.
Okay.
That is a long hole. So he's hit a smashing drive or an unbelievable second to get into range to make that. And then Peters he confirms it by saying he was only 1 meter from the pin on the approach for his eagle. So he was 1 meter away from an albatross. And let's remind people that the only albatross I can remember is that Gary Mansfield made an albatross at Glen Vista on the 17th.
Yeah.
Remember, didn't Martin make one at the Botte? Or was that an eagle?
Yeah, but it wasn't in a Duckhook game, but he made one. You can have it. You can claim it. But it wasn't in
Sure, it was Duckhook, eh?
No, it wasn't. It was the week before or something. That I remember because he kept saying, I made an eagle, but it don't count.
Okay, cool.
Juliet says, Fricky, at least you got my ball on 14th. What does that mean?
Yes, nice JH. I found a ball there. Thought she played mine, but it wasn't like that. I played some mine game.
Very good. And Paul Vanenkamp says, I think my four ball set a record for the most putts. I hear the greens were very fast. Was that the case?
Very quick. Lovely, though.
Didn't think so.
Sudesh?
I didn't find the greens that fast. When I went into the practice green, well, actually, I changed my putter on Sunday morning, thinking that the greens are going to be fast. When I got to the putting green, I found it to be good pace, but not fast. And so I just played the way I saw it on the putting green, and this worked.
You have two putters. One for fast greens and one for slow greens.
I actually have three putters.
Okay.
So I have two heavy putters. I have a blade, which I normally use, and then I've got this. I can't remember the name. The half moon shape putter, and I've got a center shaft putter. So the center shaft putter is a light putter. Would normally I would use on fast greens.
This man is living in the future here.
So depending on the courses for courses, I would use my putter.
I have never heard of this in my life of playing golf. Anyone else? Donnie, have you heard of somebody playing with different putters depending on the greens?
Yeah, Donnie does it.
Yeah,
Donnie.
Do you do it?
Drivers. Yeah, Donnie does it, definitely.
Wow.
I've
never heard of that.
No. So Fricky's got it a little bit different. It's like when the putter misbehaves, then I put it one side and I put another putter back in the bag that I used to putt with. So yeah, I've got almost like 6-7 putters. So once one gets booted out, other one steps in to replace it. But to Fricky's, you'll love this. That big spider putter that I've got now currently has been the longest in the bag for a while. So I've sort of slowed down on that.
Well done.
That's ridiculous. Martin says, I really enjoyed the greens at Parkview. Graham says, sideshow talking cuck. It was fast or quick. Right. Nico says, fast but lacquer. Gerard says, I have set a record for myself at Parkview. Didn't lose a ball and didn't three-putt at all. Why didn't you win?
Nice.
Why does he play like that in the team games? Is my question.
And then and Graham is still hurting from the 3 putts with these comments that are coming on. Sudesh, what are you talking about? It wasn't quick. Okay, where are we? Hold on. I wanted to show you the whole stats. Because we played Parkview twice in the space of a month, I wanted to compare. Ooh, where are you, Sudesh? Oh, sorry. Let me just include him here. Hello. I wanted to show you the difference between the Thursday group and the Sunday group. Here it is. So, the bottom one is the Thursday group. Handicap average 12. In the Sunday, handicap average 15. Thursday points average 27. The Thursday average 27. The Thursday boys averaged 93, and then the Sunday boys averaged 95.25. That's quite interesting. But then again, handicaps are
More
lower.
players on the Sunday.
Yes.
The better players on Thursdays.
Yes. And then I want to thank these boys, the last men standing. Well done, boys.
Well,
Normally
nice
I'm in
to
this
see you.
picture, but I didn't play, so that's why I'm not in this picture. But Fricky was in this picture at Pebble Rock, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well done. That's Nico, if you don't know. That's Grant, if you didn't know. There's Mr. Carves in the middle. Ricky at the back. Jan Venter there, catching a left with Yaku, and then the other Yaku. Yes, there's a lot of Yakus, eh? There's 3 Yakus in one picture. Oh, excuse me.
Yaku around.
I choke on my face. Right. I'm going to show you the Sunday 2 standings, but I'm going to do a progression. Right. If I've got this right. So this was 1. Gerard de Bruto leading Sunday 2 with Lucas Burke, Luki Janssen. Sudesh was tied 2nd, and Brendan Fencer. I won't bother with the guys at the bottom. Right. And then we went on to February. Whoosh. Gerard still leading. After February, Bernard Schulz had a bit of a run, and then Lucas. Yes, the spelling here is terrible. What's happening here? Sudesh, top 5. Okay. Then we go to March, and then Bernard wins at Goldfields, jumps to number 1. Gerard jumps to number 2. Bobby van Spey somehow rocks up there. Sudesh is still in the top 5. Donna's in the top 5. Brandon, that shirt is there for a long time. Right, but Lucas Burke is slightly falling off the pace. Then we get to April. Bernard is 1st. Still Gerard 2nd. Donna 3rd. Where'd Sudesh go? He fell to tied 4th. Yaku made a bit of a jump to tied 4th. Brandon doesn't seem to move in that position there, bottom left. But Fricky comes into the frame, and so does Jenny. Right? And then we get to this tournament. And suddenly, Sudesh is number 1. Gerard's still 2nd. Brandon's made a big jump out of the left-hand corner, and Bernard's dropped down to 5th. There we have it. Sudesh, you are leading Sunday 2. Did you know that?
I didn't, but I guess the 43 points definitely help to get me there.
A little. So you've got plenty to play for. And what are you playing for? You're playing to obviously win a year's supply of Strixon golf balls and to captain the team shootout team. Don't forget. But there's people who want to, like Gerard de Bruto is desperate for that. So you got to keep going.
Lot of incentive to keep it going there.
Yeah, for sure. Just to remind you of Sunday 1 quickly. Fricky, you are leading Sunday 1. And Donnie's there too.
That's a great team. I'm honest. I think this is one of the best teams that you can have. Net Donnie, send it your.
Yeah,
if you stop today, this would be the team shootout team. You would be happy with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with Grant now, Yeah, that would be awesome, Love you, Grant. I still love you.
All right, let's look at the player of the season. Now, right, we had to drop some people out. So if you've played a minimum of 5, that is where the calculations come in, because we've had people who played 1 and they made 300 points. So obviously they're going to be leading, but they don't play again, etc., etc. So we need to kind of filter it out so that it's more of a true reflection of what's actually happening. So if you've played 5, I think that's what he said, Ryan said, Bernard is leading on an average of 234.81, which is still quite a way ahead of Grant Nell on 187. But I'm going to say and I don't mean it in a bad way, I think Bernard's run of form, and handicap has caught up with him. So he's going to struggle to keep the points coming at that handicap for at least the next month or two. Jamie Sherry's jumped up 176 on an average. Flicky, you are there. Why are you not third?
Well, that looks to me I should be second, but I'm sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, something's wrong here. Unless I typoed it. My bad. I might have typed it wrong.
Yes.
It could be 163 or 173. One of the two.
All the sort on the thing didn't work right. Jason is there. Bobby, Jaco Jacobs, Vaughan Williams, Ashley Herman, Stephen Henry. So I'll check that out. I don't know why that is this. Why you should be second, but hey, I'm not going to open the stat sheet now in case things break. The top 5 who are playing for a Strix and Hamper at the end of the season. Jamie Sherry is leading that because he's got the most points on 2,298.22. And that's just ahead of Grant now. Just ahead of Grant now. Jaco Jacobs is the 3rd player to breach 2,000, and Flicky is the 4th player to breach 2,000 because Flicky won 2 in a row. On what week? Sunday 1. Sunday 2. Sunday 1.
Sunday 1.
Yeah. And then Jason is there. Jason's done nothing, but he's there. He's there. And don't forget the guys who played the Clash got an extra 300 points or 150. Not forget. Parkview done. Parkview's done.
Lekker.
Right. Let me just check a chat line. Mark says difference between those two is wet and dry. Peter Zach says love the greens. Gary says, how am I not in the top 10? Got 117, 1,000. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I just copy paste, Bill. So I'll double check that because we saw that Fricky should be higher.
I should be 4th. It's a typo. It's 173, so I'm definitely 4th. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So I typed it wrong. I apologize. Yeah. I want to quickly zip through the singles and teams because there's a lot of these that has happened over the last week. So we're going to zip through them. If you are in that group, you can just give us a bit of a holler. Here we go. Group A, which is predominantly the Thursday group. Dikuna are leading on 9. Played 3, won 3. Very nice. The Predators played 3, won 2 on 6. Don't forget the top 3 teams go through here. So it's all to play for the 3rd position because there are 6 in this group. There were games at Benoni Lake, which I cannot really remember. Sultan of Swings played either Kuier boys or Krugies. I can't remember. But this is what it looks like, regardless. So well done, everyone. It's still tight, but we're getting there. Within the next 2 months, this will be done. Group B. Who's in Group B? None of you. Sudesh, you're in Group B. You guys are now 2nd on 4 points after your win against your bonus point win after round 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lots to play for. Lots to play for with this group. I think if we have to, don't forget to go through. So at this stage, G-Spot still got a lot. All shots, you guys still have a lot to go. You're playing your next game at Killarney. So we'll see how this updates afterwards. Group C, none of you are here, so I'll go through this. Bogey 4, which is Ricky and Glenn, are leading on 4 points, but they have a 5 points difference over Team Zack Attack, who are minus 3 points difference. So those are the 2 teams currently going through, but they have played the most, and Cappies are right behind them, and they've only played 1. So they've got to catch up big time. Group D, Paul and Jenny, Mad Millers, are leading by far. So for them not to qualify to the next round, they've got 3 games left. Anything can happen. Or 2 games left, sorry. Anything can happen. But you would think they would go through. Rusty Clubs are there, which is Fawn and Ashley, a good team. Shankaholics had a win. And then the Motta and Weapons of Grass and Destruction are not doing well. That is the physio needing carrying and stuff, sorry. Group E. Frikkie, here's Group E. You guys are out.
So no time to listen. Had a great game against the Goldilocks. I think it was 5-3, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean that also is a good one. So I think it's between those 2. The next game. No Time to Listen plays against Fatties and Monies. So if we kind of throw that game the way that we are playing, No Time to Listen will go through. I think Goldilocks is basically done now. So
They
looking
wait.
at this between Rock and Rhino and No Time to Listen that can make this happen.
Well done,
So, yeah.
Goldilocks. You're probably one of the first teams to finish all your games. I think Jacomin and Hansi also finished their games. So well done. You see, it's possible. Make a plan. Group G. Donnie, this is your group.
Yeah, no, it's like we leading the group, but it's almost still a tight group. I know a lot of games are being played next month as well, so but anything can still happen. I know we're gonna finish up both our last two games next month at Killarney and then also at Blue Valley. So I think still all to play for you.
That's it. That's it, boys. If you want to be in this competition, you got to make a plan. You got to play. Group F, this is my group. We are leading, play 2-1-2. We are also playing at Killarney. We are playing who are we playing? We are playing Sinbin, which is Marius and Marius. Not Marius, and Henry.
Yeah.
There's too many blocks in here. Because, why? Yeah, I need to take one of these blocks out. Because we will go into the green one, but then we finished. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Lekker.
I'm not going to do the singles. I'm running out of time, everyone, and I want to talk about this top 100, and I want to get your input. So the singles, I've been posting on the singles group, so we know what's happening. There wasn't too many games, but Flicky is out.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I didn't lose a game though, but I'm just saying, 2 draws is not good enough. But yeah.
Sorry for you. Here's the question.
Sorry.
I want to know from the chat line, rank the best halfway house on the Duckhook calendar, right? So it's probably easiest up to now to think where's the best halfway house, but there can be more. Consider quality of the food, look and feel, setting, speed of service, and value for money. I'll get my panel's opinion, and then when we go through the top 10 afterwards, I'll get your opinion. So get typing and let us know what you think. Flicky, what was your opinion of your best halfway house?
Yeah, my opinion was Blair Athol, but obviously it's not in the Duckhook calendar now. But I mean, overall, if I can just mention this too, Blair Athol to me is one of the best. I mean, it's a nice scenery. The food is awesome. It's obviously pre-made. You've got this little muffins or a bread or something nice, and it's in a nice little quiet environment. So that to me is number one. If I have to choose another one, I must be saying that Eagle Canyon is not bad. I mean, it's a good variety of food in there. It's a nice look, also a great view in the end. So, between Duckhook calendar, Eagle Canyon, and then overall Blair.
Nice. I like the Eagle Canyon one. Blair Athol, beautiful as well. Donnie, let's go to you. What do you think, or not think, but tell us, what is your favorite halfway houses?
I've got the same as Fricky, one outside Duckhook, one inside. But for me, I think definitely the best outside Duckhook is Country Club Johannesburg. I think, their food is always good. It's a sort of like a preset menu that they do for the day, and you can just dish up and you can have a nice seat there outside or inside. So I do feel, from a variety and also what you get there is good. I just think it's a little bit pricey, but still, I think it's one of the best halfway houses there. You can choose what you want, but it's already done, ready for you to get. I will have to go and just say to the guys, I know last time everybody played Modderfontein. The halfway house was a little bit under construction, but it's done now, and they've made some changes to the halfway house. So, I'm going to stick to my home club as well. It's like I do feel it's like with the upgrades they've done there, it's like Modderfontein's halfway house is also pretty good now. Nice.
I agree with you with, what was the first one?
Country Club Johannesburg.
Country Club, just a bit expensive. They know there's rich people there. So they charge rich people prices.
Yeah.
When a toasted sandwich costs like more than than a chicken itself. No problem. Sudesh, have you got an answer for us?
Yeah, I think also to agree with Eagle Canyon being a nice halfway house, and I think Rand Park as well has a good halfway house and wood variety as well.
Yes,
and not
for sure.
not too pricey.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I came up with this question was, I'm not being nasty, but take it as positive criticism, or criticism, hard for me to say, is Kilani, your halfway house sucks. Moving on. Not much choice and expensive. I'm just saying. Sorry, Jason, but you're not there anymore. But
Work
come
on
on,
it.
up your game. Like, come on. So I'll leave it to you guys at the bottom to let us know what you think. Donnie, you've been looking really, really hard at this. And obviously the first few pages are the ones that really count. But this is the top 10 now, done from the SA Top 100 Golf Courses magazine or website, whatever you want to call it. And the links at Fancourt is number one. There was a whole host of guys who went to play there with Marla Tours and Fats, including Jaco Jacobs, Barry Fenter, and yes, there's a whole bunch of them. So they are gone from number 2 to number 1. So their whole number 1 spot, Blair Athol, has gone 4th to number 2. I'm going to be honest again, I don't know if Blair Athol deserves to be at number 2 in my opinion, because I think there's better courses out there. Leopard Creek dropped from number 1 to number 3. I've never played Leopard Creek, so I can't really comment on that. Pearl Valley is there at number 4. St. Francis Links is number 5. Beautiful course. I had the opportunity to play it for the first time in November, and really, it is stunning. So if ever we had to do a tour and money was no option, I would definitely take you there. Glendower. I'm really, really happy, Donnie, that Glendower is number 6 and still in the top 10 because it is a great golf course.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like they like, obviously I know the greenkeeping staff there quite well, and like a lot of the guys that works there. So they really try and deliver a very good golf course, like every day, every year. So yeah, I'm thrilled for them that they went up 2 places. So yeah, definitely well done to them. Yeah, but as you can see the list as well, there's a couple of other ones. Arabella at 7, they dropped a couple of places. Durban Country Club, that's a little bit of a question mark because they were closed for a bit, and like after they've reopened now, they're a new entry and in the top 10. Don't know how.
Exactly. Let me pause you there. How are you a new entry and in the top 10? I mean, like,
yeah.
What did that guy get when he got to Durban Country Club? Did he get a set of clubs to play?
Don't forget they hosted the FA Open there, so I think maybe that probably would have helped their cause.
Yes, I understand. But, like, let's be fair. Like, say they came in, new entry, and they're like top 20 or something. But to be in the top 10 straight away, when it's just redone, I don't know how that's come about. Yes, the flooded SA Open. But I have my questions about that. Donnie, let's continue. 9th East London. Never played East London, so I don't know what the big hype is about it. But it's gone up 1 place for number 10. And Pinnacle Point, which we all know is a stunning place. There's been a few Ducks who've played that recently, Donnie.
Yeah, definitely going up 1 spot. I think that's not bad. I think here's one of the ones that like made me like sort of say wow is that Montague dropped 4 places. You know, considering it's a fan-court golf course, you know, and you know, from what I've heard from people, I've been there once but not played golf. You know, that course looked immaculate. You know, from like the view from the clubhouse and everything. So the fact that it dropped down 4 places, yeah, don't know what happened there, but yeah, Session as well. Yet again, I've been there once for a Sunshine Tour event, and always heard heard good things about Session. Also down 3 places. I think they might be a bit upset losing a top 10. Good to see Elements there. Good to see some Bali going up. Gary Player also going up a little, which is our biggest golf course that we all want to play up here in Gauteng side. But here's a big shocker for me: Royal Joburg East. You know, going down 4 places. I think that's a bit of a
that's big.
You know, that's their flagship golf course. You know, I think that's a interesting side. And then Steyn City also going down 3. Puzula staying there. Humewood going down 4 places as well. And then Champagne Sports Resort staying at number 20. You know, kudos to them. I was there last week. That golf course really looked lush and green. So give them credit. Top 20 golf course. They deserve
Very
it.
nice. Frikkie, I was trying to look. If we had to do a top 10 tour, and so, again, if money wasn't an issue and we're all Maltese, I was trying to figure out quickly how much that would cost. I reckon to play the top 10, just in green fees, it's going to be like 25,000 Rand.
Yeah,
That's nothing
easily.
else.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
Leopard and
links for
lynx is probably 10 grand.
Yeah, correct, 100% right. Yeah, so that alone, as you mentioned, I mean, if
Let's
you
go
go
through it.
Blair,
Let's go through it. Lynx is about 5.5, 5,000, right?
yeah, Blair is probably about 1.3 at this point.
Yeah.
Leopard
Leopard
would
Creek
probably
is
be
about
5.
5, let's just say.
Pearl Valley, if you have contacts, you probably can get it for about 800, I think.
Or
St.
let's go
Francis,
1,000. Let's be fair and go 1,000. Are you keeping tabs?
yeah, I
I
am.
think St. Francis Lynx is cheap. I think you'll probably get away with a cart, probably about 750. Glendower,
Yeah,
the green fees is about 480 there. Arabella, I'm not too sure, but let's just say it's Cape Town, which is a mess always with
so,
prices. So let's say 1,200 odd.
yeah. Sorry, just hold on quickly. You said Glendower 450.
480-ish without a cart.
There's no ways. I mean, if you're going to play there without a group, it's probably going to cost you about 750,
Okay.
guaranteed. So, yeah, no ways.
Durban Country Club, I'm not too sure, but you need to play with a member. But let's say it's 500 Rand, right? East London, no
Yeah.
clue, but let's say it's 500 Rand. Pinnacle Point, anybody know how much that costs? I can't remember.
If you play in season, it's going to be about 1,200 Rand. Out of season, if you go through play more golf, for about 400 Rand.
Okay, so
So
maybe
let's
my
go for
25,000 was a bit ambitious, but it's still not cheap.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the next page because
Yeah,
it's
it's about
interesting.
15,000, eh? Sure.
Highland Gate, number 21, down 2 places. Come on, people.
Yeah.
It's a
Samola.
bit of a shock.
Samola's there. Even the Otanikwa fan court, number 23. Sure. Pretoria Country
Yeah,
Club. Yeah, go, Donnie.
that stayed the same. Just if you look at that list quickly, there's two that stands out for me. As just to sort of interrupt you like there. So George dropped down 6 spots to number 28.
Sure.
CCJ Woodmead dropped down 4 places. And the reason why I'm bringing them up is the other course, the second one, also dropped down. So I don't know if, I don't know what's happening there, but both the golf courses dropped a few places down on the world, like on the top 100 list. So I don't know what is the problem at CCJ, but but I want to give this also some credit there. If you look at Royal West going up 1 spot, Houghton going up 1 place, that's golf courses that we sort of play regularly. So that's quite nice to see that I know Royal Joburg West was closed and reopened now for a bit, but Houghton, it's a nice course, one of the trickiest. Getting up 1 place is good.
Bryanston, 38, which I find interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be nasty again. But Bryanston, you're 38th and you charge so much money and make it so difficult to play your golf course. If you're ranked 38th, it should not be like that. That's what I'm saying. Let's move on.
We want to play there, though.
Yes. Donnie, take us through this.
Yeah, so yet again, kudos to McCoflay. It's like a course that's close to the Vaal side, going up 3 places. The shocker for me, Royal Cape, going down 3 spots. They're normally a pretty good golf course.
But even Serengeti, 43, that is lower than, like, how is Serengeti lower than McCoflay?
Yeah,
that's
it's a weird thing. But yeah, like if you look, Wingate going up 1. We can see Rand Park Firethorn down 8 places. And considering their second golf course is not even on here.
Yeah.
So we know they had issues with greens and stuff, but that's a pretty big knock. Kudos to the club, Modderfontein. They're always trying their best. They're up 3 spots. Killarney, no change. Plet went down 2. Steenberg up 3. Woodhill going up 4 spots. Considering like a year and a half ago they struggled with the greens, that's really good to see. Notably, Clovelly dropped down 4 spots.
Sure.
Atlantic Beach moved up 4. Copperleaf going down 4 places. So I don't know if there's some.
They keep going down, eh?
Rocks if they're still in the bunkers or something, but yeah, going down like every year. San Lemire going up
Coast, down 16 spaces. Sure.
yeah, I've heard some very like sort of not bad rumors, but I've heard that they're really struggling. You know, people have vandalized the clubhouse and everything. What I heard a few months ago. So, yeah, down 16 places. That's not good, considering that was one of the local stops for the Sunshine Tour to go play these.
And they still go there.
So, yeah, so that's not nice. But also there, if you look, Dainfern going down 7 places.
Sure.
Reading going up 2 spots. Eagle Canyon three spots up. Goldfields West up 6 places.
Come on. How is Goldfields ahead of people like Waterkloof and Krugersdorp and
the greens out, Mazzo. Forget about the greens, eh?
Come on, people.
I do think it must be the scenery that must count a lot.
Wildlife.
Yeah,
but if you look,
has gone up. But for Obai to be 80th, bloody hell.
Yeah, but if you look, Waterkloof, sorry, Maz, if you can quickly go back one, but Waterkloof also gone up nine spots, Ruimsig. Krugersdorp went down 7 places. Don't know what's happening on your side there, Frikkie. And look at Mbombela. If you look at Nelspruit,
sure,
13.
Wow.
And Centurion 10 places down from last year. So,
but that might be the flooding issues. Here's a top 10. Sorry, I'm rushing you because top 100 because we're running out of time, or we have run out of time.
Yeah. The other notable year, Lost City down 12 places. You know, considering Gary players up there, you know, so it does show that the Gary player takes preference. Bloom.
Where's Kateberg?
I don't have a clue. It's an But yeah, if you look at it, Jackal Creek down 2 places. Huddle Park is a new entry, being up there is like in the top 100. I know the golf director from Parkview, Jade, used to be at Huddle, you know, and it just shows actually what work he did when he was still at Huddle. But also Parkview is up there, so you know it's their game. But yeah, man, there's a couple of interesting drops and there. So just to before you say, it's like I feel there's a lot of Joburg courses that dropped. Yeah. So you don't know if it was the weather when the guys did the testing. You know, is it service related? You know, what's the thing? But I think those clubs will have to really relook at their things just to see where they lost ground.
2 things I'm going to say. I would like to know how they or who ranks these things, right? Mm-hmm. The second thing I'm going to say is Cape Town. I know you're a tourist destination, but your courses are not. Like, if you had to charge people on your ranking of your course, Cape Town golf should not be that expensive because it's ridiculous. Yeah. Like there, say for instance you play Modderfontein. Here, it's just be 350 rand a round. Hey, Donnie?
Yeah.
That same course in Cape Town would be 1,500. Get your shit together, right? The other thing is, if we had to do and formulate a system between us, because we're a lot of people, to rank courses in Joburg, it would be interesting to see where that comes out if we know what the criteria is that they are ranking it on. Mm-hmm. The last thing I want to do on the show today is, this is interesting, the top 10 in 2000. Look at that. Gary Player, Durban Country Club, Montague, Leopard Creek, Humewood, Wild Coast, River Club, which doesn't even get ranked anymore, East London, George, Ehrenvale.
Yeah.
2005, 5 years later, Leopard Creek is number 1, Gary Player. Where was Gary Player this time around? I can't remember.
Hang on, I'll tell you now.
Arabella, Wild Coast was up there. They are completely out of it. Glendower is still there. George, Peakenwood. Look at Peakenwood in 2005 in the top 10, gents. 2010, Leopard Creek, Gary Player, The Lynx, Arabella, Pearl Valley, Durban Country Club, Royal East, St. Francis Lynx, Elements.
Yeah.
Where's Gary Player?
It's crazy. It's they're 15th.
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to go back to the chat line. Now, this was the question of halfway houses. Now that we've seen that, and I think next show we'll break it down even further because they've got the best of this
Yeah.
categories. Okay. I've got to go up a bit. Wimpy Force. Now, I assume this is to do with the halfway. It says Pebble Rock. They were not bad. Very friendly lady that was there serving us. Gary says Rand Park still coming. You're right. In Rand Park, I played there 2 weeks ago. The condition and of the course, they should not be as low as they are. But I think they got a knock after they hosted that one tournament, SA Open or whatever, and the greens got messed up. Right? I think they're still recovering from that. And to let you know, Rand Park will host the Players Championship, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Danefern last season? The Stella Artois, what. That is going to be at Firethorn this year.
Okay,
right.
cool.
Graham says Goldfields was good. Yes, Goldfields was okay. It's just that when we played, they were terribly slow. Mark says Goldfields, so summing up with that. Grant says best for this year, Irene, Sushi Halfway. Irene is nice. That what they had done, and I heard they spent a lot of money on that halfway and the new clubhouse. That halfway is really nice. So they've done well. Martin says Valder Grace.
It was a lekker burger and chips, though. Eh?
You're right.
Yeah.
Value for money, Martin. I'm going to throw value for money in there. Kieran says Ibotsi. Yeah, not bad. Royal Joburg. Yes, not bad as all. Nico Kruger, CCJ, top class. Ricky Pereira, because he obviously is a multi, Stain City.
Yeah.
I never forget the first time I played Stain City and they brought us the bill for our lunch. I almost died. Like, what?
Well, Kobus did die. Remember?
Huh? Say again?
Kobus did die.
I could not
You remember?
believe how expensive that was. That was ridiculous. Martin says, how to not bad. I disagree. I think it's rubbish.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to get a phone call saying, well, how can you say this? Too expensive. Probably the most expensive. Not great. Nico Kruger, Highlands Gate should be higher. For me, better than Elements. I agree. Highlands Gate needs to be higher. Gary says, need to still play 16 of the top 20. That's a lot, Gary. Fricky will organize a tour, or Fats. For all those oaks who got plenty money, we'll go do the top 10 in 2 weeks. How about that? And obviously don't work. How was your trip, Gary? Yes. Henry says, Grease. Not sure what that is. Treee space S. Durban Country Club is 3K. Oh, cannot be. That's what Vieja says. 3,000. Boys, that's not worth it. I'm sorry to say. Mark says, I played Royal Johannesburg West and beautiful course. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Mark, 2 weeks ago on Monday. You're not wrong. Nico Kruger, Rand Park lost a bit recently. Getting better, but not great. Still better than most. Like, how is Rand Park under? Am I wrong? Wingate. Come on, Wingate's. Yeah. Sanamia. Wow. Nico says, great for Goldfields. Nico says, Huddle, really? This is a Nico Kruger show. Cape Town is expensive. Martin says, haha, not that sensitive. Sudesh, what do you reckon? You coming on our top 10 tour?
Absolutely. Waiting for the invite.
Waiting for the invite. Let's see how much we can get it down.
I'm waiting for the cash, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going to do a door-to-door fundraising.
Yeah.
Okay, now lekker.
You're going to have to do a couple of fundraising exercises. Gentlemen, it's been a great show. Thank you, Sudesh, for joining us. Thank you, Fricky. Thank you, Johnny. Always
Thanks for having me here. Yes.
Next week, we'll probably have a show. And then it's Killarney coming up. So don't forget. It's been great.
Correct, yeah.
Have a fantastic week. Anything else you want to add, Fricky? Lastminute.com?
Nothing from my side. Guys, remember the tour. Make sure everything gets ready. And we're looking forward. That to me is the next highlight, really. So, yeah, we're looking forward.
Yeah, well, before the major. That comes first at Ibotsi.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Right. But the tour is coming. I already said to Fricky, Bru, this tour is almost 3 months away. We have a lot of work to do because we do.
Yeah.
We have a lot of work to do, expecting so many people. So it's going to be fun. last thing, I'm just anybody else? No, we're done. Donnie, thank you. Sudesh, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Cheers, bye.
Cheers, Jed.
Ciao, ciao,
Yes,
ciao.
guys. Thank you.